welcome everybody. We have joined together for another Clever Fox interview with the best-selling author of the book, Shree Varah, Miss Sandhya Borkar, is here with us today. Can you tell us something about your book in a brief manner, what the book is about? And
Trees were first and foremost, it's a very unauthentic name. Shri can be a divine source, it can be a person, it can be an experience. And Vara means boon, wishes, and it can be affirmations, manifestations. So, this book is about Radhika, who's the main character, and she has gone through a lot of uphill and downhills, and throughout her life she has faced a lot of challenges. But what she has done is she has stood by her convictions, her beliefs, and this is the story and how things change when miracles start happening. So there it's divided into different characters, different situation, and how each person enhances themselves. That's the story of Sri Varah. If you have to sum it, then it is about belief, hope, and never giving up.
So as we see, the title is only very unique and a different kind of thing. So first question would be, how did you come up with this title, or what was the logic or behind this title?
Actually, this title was, I was contemplating. First, I had just written ABC, but then I wrote the story, and then I knew the main theme was Shri, so I put it at Shri. But Shri was very incomplete. Shri was very incomplete, and then Shri's blessings becomes a very sort of a mythological or a dharmic sort of a book. Whereas this is more of fiction, drama, there's romance, there's this, so it cannot be a. So then I was contemplating, and then there is like a Kannada song, Varva Kode Tai, Varva Kode Karke. So in that we asked the goddess to give us, bless us with boons. So one Friday when I was doing the puja, I said Varva became Varaha. So Shri is Vara, so Shri is blessing. This is how that the title was finally,
So we can say that, so we can say that along with the book being developed, the title stages on its own, right?
Yes. It is like a manifestation in itself, actually.
Right. So my next question would be, what was the most difficult part about writing this book?
The difficult part was I wrote this book in 2007, and at that time, you won't believe me, I have never written a word, probably composition in schools or colleges. That's all. But I just sat to write, and whatever is written, probably a little name change or grammatical change or some change, but it was written in a flow of 2 months. I completed this book in a period of 2 months, and it was there in my folder. And then the most difficult part for me was to bring it out. Writing was okay, it was not so good, but to present it, to display this, I think that was the biggest challenge for me. I didn't know how to go about it.
Right. So it took almost 15 years since the beginning of this book to get it out today, and it's doing quite well as of now. So
thank you.
Probably if there was a means to bring it out, so till now it would have been one of the best-selling books around the world.
I truly believe in perfect timing. So everything has a place and time. So today, probably the situation or whatever, it has come out, and I think it has taught me patience.
So what was the kind of research that you did to complete this book or to write the entire content of the book?
The research did was understanding what is a village culture. See, this This is a sort of a tier 4 or tier 5 sort of a place where this story has been. So I, being born up in a cosmopolitan, to understand the ground, to understand the tradition, to understand, I have seen it. It's not that we have not seen. We have gone to our religion, we have seen, but to understand, there has to be a lot of research, lot of to understand, Baba, whether these things are being done in the right way, whether uh, the pattern where it is being done, whether it is in line with my vision. So at that time, 2007, Google was not so so there I had to read a
the
lot.
world was
Yes, I had to read a lot. Wikipedia was there, but I had to read a lot, and through those
offline
readings,
research.
yes, offline research, make notes. Then after that, notes, put it in such a way that it gets incorporated. So definitely, it was a lot of tedious hard work. Today, if I'm writing a story properly, I'll have it easy because I'll just have to type and I'll have the entire,
There are a
history,
lot of
geography side.
resources lying
Yes.
around.
Yeah, but at that time when I written, and frankly, I have not made much changes because I wanted to keep it at that core.
So my next question would be, what is your favorite quote?
I'm a huge fan of Pride and Prejudice, and in that there's a quote: "Till this moment, I never knew myself." I can resonate it very well with this book because before releasing this book, I was a completely different person. But as an author, I would like to rephrase that. Till this moment, I never knew myself means I have learned so much with Shree Varah. First, as I said, patience, endurance, but now social handling. See, I come from the old books of old school of thoughts, So for me, all the social. So this is all something new which I am experiencing and I'm enjoying. So this is all a new me that I like very much.
As you said, you are a very old school person, being sticking to thoughts which are having roots deeper into our own cultures.
Yeah.
So, right, if you want to give a message to the people right now who are very much trending into Western culture, being westernizing everywhere, what would be your message to such people about the culture and
see, Western culture, I think it is today tandem with our day-to-day life. Let us not get however traditional we are, however deep-rooted here, Western culture has seeped into smallest of things. Western culture, people love it because it's very independent, there's freedom of thought, but it's very fast changing, very, very fast updating. My request to the younger generations is that you, of course, have to be adapted, because if you don't change with times, you're going to get stagnated. You're not going to grow. But at the same time, you fly to the sky, but keep your feet rooted to your ground, to your deep rooted. And today I'll definitely give you an example. Is a great shout out to a movie like Kantara. See, Kantara.
We all know how big a success
it's absolutely kudos to that team to have gone, and of course it is the story, but this the traditions have been followed ages, but today it has been portrayed to others. So today, I think post-COVID, pre-COVID, probably we had a different culture, but post-COVID, today we are more drawn to our basic needs, or our parents advise that save for a rainy day, Western, but please keep yourself deep rooted with your traditions.
Right. So actually, my next question was going to be, why is it important to stick to our culture? But since your detailed answer gave the background about that as well. So we can have a quick rapid fire if you don't mind.
Yeah,
So just
sure.
a few questions, which will be
Yeah,
either or. So you can
yeah,
just tell your preference among both of that.
right.
So first would be, what would you prefer, being a morning person or a night owl?
A morning, definitely
Right.
morning.
And any reason behind that?
Because I like to sleep on time. I have my this after a certain 10:30, I become a zombie. So for me, you can ask me
Right,
to get up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but I need to sleep on time. So I'm not a night person.
right, right. Uh, okay. One more thing is, what would you prefer, movies or books?
Both, because books is like how we perceive, but movies, with that
Right.
audio visual, it's a treat, audio visual treat. So
I
things,
mean, of course, both have their own
yeah, but
advantages and disadvantages.
I love to read, so I'm a ferocious reader. But at the same time, I love
Right.
and I love to see, because there is so much of difference, the sound, the audio, the atmosphere, you know, which cannot be expressed through words.
Right. Right. So you can say you're a bit of both 50-50, drawn towards both the ends at a
Uh,
time.
yes, definitely.
Right. My next thing would be, what would you prefer, religion or spirituality?
Spirituality, because for
Right.
me, I
Because
think,
why I ask this is why I ask this is because a lot of people might confuse both as the same thing, being
no,
religious and being spiritual, but both are a total different concept in
no,
its own.
I feel like being in India, where we have so much diverse uh, regions and religions. So
Right.
spirituality can come from anything. You read something, you can draw, you can resonate with what a religion is telling. So spirituality for me comes from awakening the inner person,
Okay.
following the basic core moral values which all religion tells. So for me, yes,
Exactly.
definitely spirituality, and it's a very big
Right.
journey.
Right. Finally, one thing I want to know is, what would you prefer most, people or animals?
I think, see, I have been working in the service industry, so people, animals is, I would just say 60-40. I love animals also, but then
Okay.
I'm a people's person. So for me, people draw me, their characteristics, their, being a author for me, they give me a lot of,
Right.
I observe them, yeah, can this be my next character? So yeah.
Right. So, I think that's a great thing to know. So, one last thing before we can end this meeting up, I
Yeah.
want to ask is, what is your message to the readers? What is the takeaway from this book that people can have and implement so that they can, get a better life or anything like that? Any particular message that they can take away from this book?
The takeaway which I would say from this book is, be authentic to your true self. Don't try to be
Right,
like anyone, because each one is a different, each one's uh, way of thinking, way of thought is different. You need not be everyone's favorite. You can be the odd man
right.
out, you can be the loner, but you have to be true to yourself.
I think it was a great experience knowing about the book and knowing about how you came up with it and all the struggle it took to get this book to a particular platform where today it stands in front of us as a book and not just as an idea. It's a representation of what beliefs stand for and how sticking to the original values could be helpful in life.
Yes.
So I wish the book all the success it can, and further, we want to see more books from you more great ideas
Definitely.
like this. So
Definitely.
we would like to see you as one of our best-selling authors as well, where you
Yeah.
can have, like a
Yeah.
lot of different books on different areas where people can get more ideas from you.
Thank you for to Clever Fox for giving me this platform, and my family and friends who have always stood by me to make this happen, this dream of mine come true.